How'd you like it? Did you even?
Delicious.
All right, good.
Wow, this one's super full. Super nice.
I'll throw it.
Just spending some time with the queens. Just getting them some food. Now we added a little sugar or water to this as instructed by our local beekeepers for building out wax in the brand new hives. Given that it's winter time here and these hives are just getting established, the frames didn't have any wax on them. And one of the ways that we can help provide them with the materials that they need to build that wax out faster is just to put a little bit of sugar in the water. Now, I don't like the practice of adding things, especially processed foods. But the sugar isn't really added to make honey. It's added to make wax. I'm just spending time with the bees, getting used to them. They're getting used to me, my smells, my sounds, my vibrations. I'm just talking with them, telling them how much I love them. And I appreciate them for working and giving us lots and lots of honey. So last month we harvested 4 frames, 2 from each hive, and it provided us with some really, really nice honey. So we're giving them all the little extra help that they need. You can see that there's Biden's alba right here popping up right in front of the hives. And that's the #1 pollinator for bees in the state of Florida. It's called Spanish nettle. And it's white in color. And that attracts the bees the most. They actually can't even see the color red. So I'm just trying to lower my cortisol levels, my stress levels. I'm trying to regulate my heartbeats. I'm trying to take deeper breaths. I'm just connecting with them. I'm talking to the queen. I'm envisioning her, looking at her inside the hive and picturing her healthy. Trying to keep my eyes squinted and closed. They don't like seeing eyeballs. They go right after the eyeballs. If you've ever seen or had a bee sting on your face, it's mostly because they're trying to attack the eyes. Thanks to all the queen bees out there. Get back to nature and get a couple beehives going in your backyard. It's the best way to provide for yourself, get back to nature. Bees are a really beautiful thing. You don't have to be afraid of them. You just have to communicate with them, talk with them. The way that they talk through vibration. So just send them good vibes and they'll respect you. They can't smell, but they feel the fear. They sense that fear. They sense that, and they prey on that in a sense. That's nature. You show weakness, as in like a yellowing leaf on a tree, and that weakness is attacked by bugs and pests. And so the relationship that I'm noticing just from learning about beekeeping and keeping hives and learning about the nature of bees is also like learning more about myself and learning about the nature of a healthy home, a healthy farm, a healthy planet. So we keep them in the sun. They love full sun. Keeps the hive hot. And by keeping the hive hot, it prevents other bugs and pests from living inside. If you keep your hives in a wet, damp, humid, shady environment, it's going to attract more bacteria, more fungus, more mites and pests and bugs, more wasps and other things that could then infiltrate, and they will not have a chance to be able to protect themselves. So get them in a full sun environment so that way they have a chance to dry out if it ever gets rainy, and continue learning about beekeeping with us. I'm Kendrick Henry, your local beekeeper, and would love to teach you more about beekeeping. Keep in touch. Subscribe to the email and we'll be able to give you some more information about beekeeping. And if you need beekeeping tips, you can call me or ask me any questions. You can come by and take a visit and we can go into the hives together. If you'd like to learn about beekeeping, we're going to be offering beekeeping classes very soon here at Numa Farms. And I'm really excited to get back into the art of beekeeping. I love it. It's just something about it. It gets me high. I think it's all the vibrations. You hear the buzzing, just gets me, woo. If you've ever been stung by a bee, you'll actually know that it's good for you, even though it doesn't seem like it at first. It's actually really, really good for the nervous system. And there is what's called bee shock therapy, where people actually go to the doctors to get stung by bees. So it's not something to be afraid of. Well, I was just watching these two girls fighting over here. She just kicked another one out. She's like, get out of here. I think it was probably a guy. She was probably telling the guy to get out. So, I've been stung by bees thousands and thousands of times. This really just helps to overcome any fear that I have. Now I'm in a very calm place. It builds confidence. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you for learning about the art of beekeeping with us. If you'd like to learn more, please subscribe to the Numa Nursery newsletter. Provide your email at numanursery.com. We're open every day between 10 and 2. Honey supplies are very limited. So give me a ring if you'd like to get some honey in small quantities. We have a little bit of honey left. And we'll go in here probably next week and we'll probably get another frame. I like harvesting 1 frame at a time, 2 frames at a time. I don't need to go in and take 5 frames, 10 frames and have them start all over. It's like with people too, you know, we get comfortable. If we get into an environment and we don't have to work as hard, we won't. If the hives are completely full and they don't have to work as hard because the hive's already full, they're not going to. So by taking a frame out every once in a while, by taking 2 frames out every once in a while, it keeps them in that we got to keep working mode. We got to keep building. We got to keep providing. We got to keep making sure that we have a stockpile here at the top. This is where the honey is. This is where the queen and the brood are. And so we just harvest honey from the top, and we'll do 1 frame, 2 frames at a time. That way we're not taking everything, and that way they stay healthy in case something happens. She was just wondering who I was. She was getting real close. But I told her not to worry, baby.